I actually joined the server without a goal, without knowing people that create the server, without knowing anyone that is about to be my neighbor. That's the first important thing. No checklist. I haven't prepared my plan. Which profession should I choose? Which biome should I settle in? There was no checklist, no rush. Well, no plan to raise anyone anymore. I log in during the first hour when the world technically exists, but hasn't decided what it is yet. You know, that moment where nothing is built, but everything is possible. You see just a few persons around, running without a home, deciding where to settle in. I didn't join the server with a goal. That's the first important thing. No checklist, no rush, no plan to raise anyone. I logged in during the first hour when the world technically exists, but hasn't decided what it is yet. That moment where nothing is built, but everything is possible. Eco feels very different at that point. It's not loud, it doesn't push you forward, it waits. And if you don't slow down, you miss that entirely. This video is basically a record of that first day, not just what I did, but what I noticed, what I thought about, or what Eco wants you to consider while you are playing. Because Fresh Eco Server is not a survival game start. You're not fighting hunger immediately. You're not racing monsters. You're not escaping danger. Well, about that later. You are entering a system. Every tree, every ore vein, every flat piece of land is already part of the future economy, even if no one has touched it yet. That's why first minutes matter so much, even though they look boring. It is where players decide who they will be useful to. There are no similar game to this one. When I spawned, I didn't start running. I stayed still for a bit. The first thing is you need to open the map and start doing your research. It's mandatory to find the correct position. Initially, you don't feel the population density, but in a few hours, you will be surprised. So when I opened the map, I wasn't looking for the best spot, I was actually looking for the least bad spot. I mean, Eco rarely gives you a perfect choices. It gives you a trade-offs, and close to resources means competition, and being close to people means dependence, which is good actually. Far away means a big logistics issues. So on your first playthrough, you will make a lot of mistake, I suppose. But it doesn't matter because Ecos is really about building a friendships, trade ships, and hate ships.
Oh my god.
Hello, Tom. Yeah, right. He just stuck right up.
Fucking just turned around and
He
in my
just
face.
magically appeared.
A lot of players lock in a profession immediately, and I didn't do that because, well, first of all,
Just so you know, Tommy, if you don't pick up the stumps, you get taxed for them. So anytime you knock down a tree, there's a tree tax, and if you pick up the stump, then you'll get that money back. Okay, just so you know. Yep, no problem.
professions in eco are not roles, they are commitments, really huge ones.
Hey Tommy, I know he just did the same thing I'm about to do, but do you have any food that I can buy and send you money for right now? before you get to shop. I'm out of food completely. But do you have any sort of kinds of food on you? How about this? If you give me some food, I'll have an IOU, and you just send me a whisper how much I just send you. I'm trying not to eat shitty food, you know? Yeah. I'll send you a private message.
Once you choose the profession, the game starts shaping expectations around you. What I mean by that, all other players assume things. The market adjusts. Okay, so being a little bit late with a profession, it's actually not that bad, and you can clearly see what you should be choosing to fill the gap. And eco is all about the gaps. So you observe who is heading where. Some players are heading straight to the forest. Might mean that they will be maybe woodcutters, loggers, and then maybe carpenters. Then the others are heading straight to the mountain where maybe gold will be found in the future. But this is more about the mid game and late game than about the early game. So deciding early what profession you will be choosing is quite mandatory. I found out for a few playthroughs that being a cook is really... everybody wants food. It's basically the means to do the things in the game. You burn the calories by doing everything, and there must be some cook which will provide you with the food. So eventually I settled on cooking. I combined that with a gathering, which will basically give me more resources to cook. Not because it's efficient early, well it is, but mainly because food affects everything else. It's a driving factor of the economy here. I will be setting prices. I hope I will be just in this matter, but I still want to make money in order to buy the stuff. So yes, this is eco. Economic simulation, social simulation, and I mean, it's pretty fun, guys. So with the servers, the server admins gave everyone starter food, 20 salads. This is a good decision. It completely alters the player behavior. You are not actually trying to eat raw food and then trying to cook it, but you have 20 salads, and you can do your thing. And if your first cook is fast enough, he can provide you with another salads, because of course you cannot cook a salad because you are not cooker. So yeah, I was that one. I was the cook. Campfire cooking, it's called, the profession. Of course, now you need to settle down somewhere. And my personal tip is find a river and try to settle near the river. Get some trees around. Kill the trees, get the wood, get dirt, combine it, and build a house. This is the first step. It's in the tutorial, which you can and should actually abandon and go with your own pace. Mainly because when you abandon or finish the tutorial, you will be rewarded first 2 stars, which will give you ability to choose the profession. I was running around and I was asking myself, where is the profession menu? Well, it's locked behind the abandoning the tutorial. So do it right now and then you choose your profession. And then a long silence. Why nothing happens for a while? And there is a long stretch here where nothing interesting happens. I gather, I craft, I wait, and that's fine. Eco is one of the few games that doesn't punish you for being patient or calm. In fact, it rewards it. You don't need to hurry anywhere. You don't need to rush. While gathering, you learn the map better than any minimap ever could. You learn paths, you learn distances, you learn which areas are empty and which ones stay that way. Gathering teaches you geography and actually gives you idea where the resources are, where you should be going to grab them. And the food system doesn't look threatening, but it quietly decides who falls behind because nutrition balance matters more than quantity. You can play badly and survive, you just won't progress as fast as the others. That's very eco-style punishment. To be concrete, every meal you prepare, every meal you find in the game has a nutrition value, and you need to balance all the calories. You can't just eat the salads and you think it will be fine. It will be fine, but your next star, which give you a next profession, will be a little bit slower in time. Others will already be smelting those iron ingots while you will be still mining the sandstone in the desert. Upgrading stations is mandatory. You should always try to upgrade what you can. Of course, it's really a teamwork. One person needs to create the basic upgrade level 1, and then the second one will add the wheels, which will be combining them into basic upgrade level 2, and so on and so forth. And when the shop here eco changes, well, the prices tell stories. What's expensive means no one wants it to do it. What's cheap means too many people choose it. Markets are conversations between players. Fights between players. Suddenly, one wins and one loses. Eco actually doesn't keep any secrets. Everything in the game is documented. There's recipes, dependencies, professions. The difficulty isn't access, it's knowledge, attention to details, but mostly it's about the fun, as every single game. Alright, so while all this was happening, it was actually a New Year's Eve. Fireworks outside the different time zones, different celebrations. Inside the game, time didn't care. People logged in when they could. The world kept going. There was something grounding about that. Like nobody cared about anything outside. Well, at least while they was playing. When I logged off, I knew the server wouldn't wait. New claims, new buildings, new prices. Eco doesn't pause for anyone. And that's why coming back always feels different. This wasn't about the progress. It was about relearning how to exist in Eco. Slower decision, longer thinking, accepting the dependency on the other possessions. Everything that comes later is built on this. Quietly, slowly, together.